I, Rahul Agarwal, Associate Professor in B.Sc Girls of Colleges, presenting a video lecture on matrix. At very first, we are discussing about matrix. What is matrix? What is matrix? Matrix is simply a collection of rows and columns. What is matrix? Matrix is a collection of rows and columns. There are some rows and there are some columns. Any structure of rows and columns is known as matrix. Like we have two rows and two columns. The members are 4, 5, 1, 3. Here number of rows. There are two rows, row 1 and row 2. There are two columns, column 1 and column 2. So any structure of rows and columns known as matrix. There may be any number of rows and there may be any number of columns. Like there may be 3 rows and 2 columns, R1, R2 and R3. Number of rows, 3 rows, columns may be 2 columns, C1 and C2. The members of matrix can be anything like 4, 1, 3, 4, 0, 6. Now we are discussing about order of a matrix. Order of a matrix. What is order of a matrix? Simply order of a matrix means number of rows and number of columns in the matrix. Like in this matrix there are 2 rows and 2 columns. So order of this matrix means 2 by 2. Order of this matrix, number of rows, 3 rows, number of columns, 2 columns. So the order of this matrix be 3 by 2. So order of a matrix means M cross N. What is M? Here M is number of rows in the matrix. And what is N? Here N is number of columns in the matrix. Getting my point? So simply order of a matrix means number of rows in the matrix and number of columns in the matrix. It's known as order of a matrix. Now we are discussing about types of matrix. There are several types of matrices. We are discussing about some important types of matrix. In this we have very first row matrix. Second one is column matrix. Third one is square matrix. Fourth one is diagonal matrix. Fifth one is scalar matrix. Sixth one is unit matrix. Seventh one is upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix. Next one is lower triangular matrix. Next one is null matrix. And last one is symmetric matrix. And there are 2 special types of matrix also. These are singular matrix and non-singular matrix. So we have row matrix, column matrix, square matrix, diagonal matrix, scalar matrix, unit matrix, upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, null matrix, symmetric matrix, singular matrix and non-singular matrix. One by one we are discussing about all these matrices. Number 1 is row matrix. What is row matrix? Row matrix is simply as its name. It have only one row. Row matrix means only one row. Only one row. A matrix which have only one row is known as row matrix. There may be any number of columns like 1, 4, 3, 7. Number of rows 1, number of columns 4. Order of this matrix is 1 by 4. So any matrix which have only one row is known as row matrix, like A, B, C. Number of rows 1, columns may be anything. here columns are 3. So what is row matrix? A matrix which order in the form 1 cross m is known as row matrix. Number of rows 1, number of columns maybe anything, maybe some anything. Second one is column matrix. As its name show, what will be column matrix? A matrix which have only one column, known as column matrix, only one column. A matrix which have only one column is known as column matrix. So here column be 1 and number of rows may be anything like 1, 4, 6. Number of columns 1, number of rows 3. Order of this matrix be 3 by 1. So any matrix which have only one column is known as column matrix, like A, B, C and D. Number of rows 4, number of columns 1. Only one column, so it is known as column matrix. So simply order of column matrix be M cross. Column is 1, number of rows may be anything, is known as column matrix. So very first is row matrix, second one is column matrix. Now we are discussing about square matrix. What is square matrix? So next one we move on, square matrix. Square matrix. As its name show, square means number of rows and number of columns be always equal. A matrix in which number of rows is equal to number of columns is known as square matrix. That means if 2 rows, then columns be also 2. 3 rows, then columns be also 3. Like 1, 4, 2, 5. Number of rows 2, number of columns 2. So it is a square matrix. Like we may be 3 by 3 matrix. That means 3 rows and 3 columns. Suppose rows are, so number of rows 3, number of columns 3. It is known as square matrix. So any matrix in which rows are equal to columns is known as square matrix. So simply we can represent this rows is equal to columns. So order n cross, number of rows and number of columns are equal, is known as square matrix. Now fourth one is diagonal matrix. What is diagonal matrix? Now we are discussing about diagonal matrix. What is diagonal matrix? A matrix, very first it may be square matrix and then there is some additional property. So what is diagonal matrix? A square matrix in which all diagonal elements are equal is known as square matrix. Like, so what is diagonal matrix? At first it may be square matrix. So a square matrix in which all elements except the leading diagonal, elements are 0. Elements are 0. What is square matrix? Diagonal, at first it may be square matrix, that means number of rows and number of columns are equal. Then all elements except the leading diagonal elements are 0, are known as square matrix. Like 3 by 3. It is a square matrix. Leading diagonal elements are this one. These 3 elements be leading diagonal elements and all elements except this may be 0. So it be a square matrix. On diagonal there may be anything, like the elements are 4, 5. So it is a diagonal matrix. In diagonal matrix, at first it may be square matrix. Second one, on diagonal, all elements except the diagonal are 0. It is a square matrix, that will be diagonal matrix. Now we move on, scalar matrix. What is scalar matrix? Scalar matrix is almost similar to the diagonal matrix. The format may be the same format, but the difference is on elements of diagonal. Here all elements except diagonal be 0, but on diagonal there may anything. But in scalar matrix, all diagonal elements be also equal. So what is scalar matrix? A diagonal matrix in which all diagonal elements are same. In which all diagonal elements are same. All diagonal elements are same. So what is difference? It is also a diagonal matrix, but in this one on diagonal may be anything, but here all diagonal elements are also same. Like here it is 4, then here may be 4 and here be 4. So 4, 0, 0, 0, 4, 0, 0. It is a scalar matrix. In scalar matrix, all leading diagonal elements are same and all remaining elements are 0 and must be square matrix. It is known as scalar matrix. Now we move on, unit matrix. What is unit matrix? Unit matrix is almost similar to the scalar matrix. In scalar matrix, square matrix, all diagonal are equal and remaining are 0. But in unit matrix, all conditions are same, but on diagonal, all elements be unit. Name is unit matrix, that means all diagonal elements be unit. Unit means 1. That is like 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Obviously, it is square matrix, number 1. Number 2, diagonal matrix. Third one is scalar matrix. Also all elements are 1. So it is a unit matrix. So what is unit matrix? A scalar matrix in which all diagonal elements are 1. Is known as scalar matrix and unit matrix. We can redefine this like number 1 square, number 2 diagonal. Diagonal means all elements except leading diagonal are 0. Third one is scalar, all diagonal are equal. And fourth one is elements are equal and the element be only 1. So it is a unit matrix. Getting my point? So we have discussed about 6 matrices. Number 1 is row matrix single row. Second one column matrix single column. Third one is square, number of rows equal to number of columns. Fourth one is diagonal, all elements except leading diagonal are 0. Fifth one is scalar, diagonal matrix and all diagonal elements are same. Sixth one is unit matrix, scalar matrix and leading diagonal elements are 1. It is a unit matrix. These are the 6 types of matrix. Now we are discussing about remaining 6 types of matrix. So we are discussing now upper triangular. Moving on, next type, upper triangular matrix. What is upper triangular matrix? As it name says, upper means all elements which are upper in the matrix be the elements and all remaining elements be 0. What it means? Very first, it must be square matrix in which all elements below the leading diagonal are 0. The elements which are below the leading diagonal are 0 and all elements be in upper side. So there be a triangle in upper portion like 145, 036, 009. What is it? It is a square matrix. The leading diagonal elements are 1, 3, 9. What the definition says? All elements below the leading diagonal are 0. This is the leading diagonal elements. All elements below this are 0. So it is known as upper triangular matrix. Why? In upper portion there is a triangle. How? There is a triangle in upper portion. So it is known as upper triangular matrix. Like second example, so a matrix is 2 by 2, A, B, C and C. This is our leading diagonal. All elements below this are 0. So there is a triangle in the upper portion. So it is known as upper triangular matrix. Okay. The next one is lower triangular matrix. What be lower triangular matrix? There may be no change. Simply here triangle in upper direction and in lower triangle be in lower direction. How? We change upper by lower. And similarly below the here be above. The leading diagonal elements are 0. What it means? A square matrix in which all elements above the leading diagonal are 0. Here below elements are 0. Now what are the changes? The elements which are above the leading diagonal be 0 and here be some elements. So what it happens? The elements which are above the leading diagonal are 0 and here is a triangular in lower side. Here is a triangular in lower side, like this is a triangle in lower side. So it is known as lower triangular matrix. Similar way in here, what is it? Now what happens? The elements which are above the leading diagonal are 0 and here is a triangle in lower direction. Triangular in lower direction. So it is known as lower triangular matrix. Getting my point? The next one is null matrix. Next one is null matrix. What is null matrix? Null means void, means 0. A matrix in which all elements are 0 is known as null matrix. So no problem in this. All elements are 0, so known as null matrix, like 0, 0, 0, 0. It is a null matrix. Or 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Any matrix in which all elements are 0 is known as null matrix. Okay. The next one is symmetric matrix. What is next matrix? Symmetric. Symmetric means, why do you mean symmetric? Row and column. If we exchange rows and columns, then there will be no change. What it means? A is equal to A transpose. What it means? A matrix is symmetric if matrix is equal to its transpose matrix. A transpose is transpose of matrix. Transpose of matrix. So now question arises, how can we transpose a matrix? Simply to transpose a matrix, exchange row and column. We have to exchange rows with column. Exchange rows with columns. How? Like A 4, 1, 5, 6. I want to take its transpose matrix. So A transpose 4, 1, 5, 6. We change row into column. Row 1, 4, 1, it be column 1. Row second 5, 6, it be column second. Here the matrix A and it is transpose of matrix A. If both matrices are equal, then it is symmetric matrix, otherwise not symmetric matrix. Here A is not equal to A transpose. How? 4, 4 same, but here is 1, here is 5. So both matrices are not equal. If matrices are not equal, then it is not a symmetric matrix. If equal, then symmetric matrix. If not equal, then not symmetric matrix. So here this matrix is not a symmetric matrix. But I do some changes, like if here we, now what happens? If we transpose this matrix, then what happens? Row 1, 4, 5. Row second, 5, 1. So column 2 be 5. Row 1, 4, 5. So column B 4, 5. Row second 5, 1. So second column B 5, 1. Now what happens? Both matrices are same. How? 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1, 1. So both matrices are exactly same. A is equal to A transpose. So this matrix be symmetric matrix. So what is symmetric matrix? Matrix is equal to its transpose matrix, then it is known as symmetric matrix. Next one is singular and non-singular matrix. Discussing about singular and non-singular matrix. Very simple. A matrix be singular matrix if its determinant is 0. A matrix whose determinant is 0 is known as singular matrix. Now the question is, what is determinant? How can we calculate determinant? The very simple process, like A is 4, 5, 1, 3. Determinant of A, cross multiplication of elements 4 into 3 minus 1 into 5. 12 minus 7 is equal to 12 minus 5 is equal to 7. The type of matrix is decided by the determinant. If determinant is 0, then singular. If determinant is not equal to 0, then non-singular. If determinant 0, then singular matrix. If determinant is not equal to 0, then non-singular matrix. Here determinant of A 7, it is not equal to 0. 7 is not equal to 0. So this matrix be non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. Getting this point? We are taking another example, like A is 4, 5, 2, 3. What happens here? Determinant of A, cross multiplication, 4 into 3 minus 5 into 2, 12 minus 10 is equal to 2. It is also not equal to 0, not equal to 0. So it be also non-singular matrix. Taking in another example of this, like A is 6. We are taking in another example of matrix. Now what happens? Determinant of A, 6 into 2 minus 3 into 4. What is it? 0. 12 minus 12, 0. If determinant is 0, then singular matrix. If determinant is not equal to 0, then non-singular matrix. Here determinant is 0, so it is singular matrix. Getting this point? We are again revising all the types of matrix: row matrix, single row, column matrix, single column. Square matrix, rows and columns are equal, diagonal. All leading diagonal elements may be anything, and all remaining elements are 0. In scalar, must be diagonal matrix, and diagonal elements are same. Unit, diagonal elements are 1. Upper, all elements mean upper side, all below elements are 0. Lower, all elements mean lower side. Upper elements are 0. Null, all elements are 0. Symmetric matrix is equal to its transpose matrix. Singular, determinant is 0. Non-singular, determinant is not 0. Any problem? Okay, thank you and thank you.